What if Deku had Obito's power, or what if Obito had Obito's power? It's the first day of UA. Also, my intended audience is whoever, because I started watching anime when I was 4. It was Dragon Ball GT because it came on like every time in the morning. Then I found out Naruto. Then it was Assassination Classroom, I'm pretty sure. What else? Wait, was it Assassination? And then I found this app called Kiss Anime. I'm pretty sure they took down, and I used that a lot, and I watched a lot of anime. So that was from when I was 4. And technically, Pokemon is anime. I want any of you haters to be like, no, it's not. Well, there's a manga of it. And Yu-Gi-Oh! Because have you guys seen Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 0, man? Crazy. So Obito walks in. He's not wearing the UA uniform. He just walks in, strolls in with his Kakashi fight uniform. That one. And a Goomba on his back. And everywhere he's walking down the hallway, everybody's staring at him. I didn't know if it left or not. So everybody's staring at him and they're confused. And they're like, oh my god, it's him. It's Jacksepticeye in the video today. So yeah, that happens. He goes into the classroom and he walks in. Everybody's looking at him. Baku and Ida start fighting, but Ida instantly turns around and starts asking, how do you know about the robot thing? Did you spy on it? Or anything? Why are you here? And all that. And I'm going to say Deku calmly leads away to an empty seat. And because I won't say he doesn't really have good social skills. He doesn't really talk or anything. So, it's not like he's trying to be rude. It's just he doesn't know how to talk to people without being, really weird, I'm gonna say. So, he's just there. He's just sitting down. Uraraka comes up to him and asks him, thanks him and stuff, asks him what his name is. He doesn't get frightened or anything. He just can't talk to normal people correctly. And he says, my name is Obito Uchiha. And they're like, Obito, what a weird name. So are you the son of Madara Uchiha, he says, I'm the adopted son. And I'm going to say Baku's looking at him through the corner, thinking that green hair and stuff. And they say adopted, then why do you have the same powers as him in that eye of yours? He says this is actually Madara Uchiha's eye. Because he used the Kamui, I'm going to say his Sharingan's still activated right now. He says, what about the wood? He says that's just something I also had. And then they're like, what about the fire? Just something I had. And they're like, what's about that weird giant thing? It looks kind of like Madara's in the description, but different. That's the fusion of both of ours. And they ask, did you guys have the same quirk or something? He says, no, not exactly. His quirk was the final evolution of my quirk. And I combined us together to create my abilities nowadays. But with it, I do lose some of my abilities. Because I'm pretty sure you lose your Mangekyo Sharingan whenever you activate it. I'm not sure, but I think you keep your Susanoo. And they asked, do you have psychic powers? Because he did all-night push, and like he put all the rocks together, and he's like, no, that's just one of the eye's abilities. Like abilities, so there's more than one. And they're impressed by my abilities. Eraserhead pops up Azawa and tells them to go outside. Says their abilities. Obito pretty much maxes them all out because he has the white Zetsu cells that he can control completely. He's a ninja, so he can jump high, of course. He's fast. He kind of like could calmly, but mostly he just like runs really fast enough to beating everybody. Kind of like disappearing, almost like body flicker. As fast as body flicker. And stuff. And then I think, what else? A ball throw. What he does, he uses the Zetsu cells, puts it around it, kind of holding it with his hand. And then he throws it, and he does a wood style. I must say, his wood style works is kind of like alchemy, but only with wood. And like he doesn't wear shoes, I want to say. He like took off his shoes, and wood come out of the ground, smacking it even farther. Getting second place, first place, and everything else. So then, everybody's impressed again. And so they get to the battle. Military Alright places him with Uraraka and versus Bakugo and Todoroki. So they start. Todoroki freezes the ground completely and stuff. And I'm gonna say they're walking. I'm gonna say that Obito sees this. He grabs Todoroki and jumps up and like walks on top of it. I'm gonna say he only freezed the ground. And like he made it where you can't move on the ground. So he's kind of just walking on the ice without slipping it or anything. And Uraraka said, I can walk if you can walk. She tries to walk, but she slips instantly, so he like just holds her up. And I'm gonna say after a while, he just stomps the ground, breaking the ice through 2 floors. While Bakugo's rushing, Bakugo appears. He tells Uraraka to go. He punches Bakugo in the face, sending him flying because of the white Zetsu cells. And then what he does next is that he does wood pillar because he wants to make sure the building doesn't collapse from the fighting and stuff. He does wood pillar and he like holds up the place because I'm gonna say Bakugo actually hit all the steel pipes and stuff. So he's holding together building and stuff. So he kind of does a almighty pull, punch him in the face, and then send him flying back. Then he does almighty push downwards on him, pushing him even further back, making him hit a pillar. Then he touches the pillars because they're all connected next to him, trapping Bakugo. Bakugo's mad. He goes over, wraps his he takes out a marker and he draws the weird shapes on his face, and I'm gonna say he wraps him up in the tape. upstairs to confront Todoroki. I'm gonna say Todoroki frees the gown again, so he just walks on the walls again. I'm gonna say he flashes, covers Todoroki's mouth, tells him he has a plan and stuff. So they go above the room because he sees where the bomb is, and he kind of does. Because I'm gonna say he does have the Goomba with him, and he kind of takes out a knife. I'm gonna say, like he modified the Goomba, unless the Goomba actually had this in it, but he has the sword in the end of the Goomba, and he pours in lightning into it, and he tells her to touch the part where he's cutting, opens it up. What I'm gonna say is that he like hangs out of it and like tells her to float and grab onto the top of the roof, and she's whenever she's above Todoroki sitting there, because I'm gonna say that Bakuro's still floating around, but Deku tied his hands up where he couldn't explode the stuff off and attack him. And he says release him downwards on top of him. Oh no, he doesn't have to do all that. He just wanted to do that where it doesn't fall down on it. He walks on top of the roof. He drops down. I'm gonna say kick him in the face. Now he's knocked out. I'm gonna say Raka's like, what's going on? Above, and like, what are you doing? He takes out a marker, does the silly face on him, starts laughing, and does touch the bomb. And they get into the room. Everybody asks him why he keeps on doing the silly face, drawing on the faces. He said, I've been doing this since I was 7, so I just kept it around. Plus, I think it's funny whenever they wake up. Someone said he knocked out Bakuro for making racket and stuff with wood. And Momo's like, you should have made Uraraka help better and stuff, and Uraraka should have like tried to do more. That happens. All the matches go the same. I'm gonna do the USJ in the next part. And yeah, comment a ability I can give. Oh yeah, the next what ifs I'm gonna do are gonna be different what ifs instead of like Asta, Naruto, and Deku what ifs. I'm gonna do Kaneki and a Attack on Titans, I think. Maybe, or like a mixture of both. So see you next time. Bye.